Welcome back everyone, my name is Eltimar and we are going to be continuing our Let's Play of Sunless Sea. Where we left off last time, we were trying to balance terror versus fuel in an attempt to finish the Vanderbite quest line. We're actually going to be traveling north to this corner of the world up here. This is one of the few static areas in the entire game, and we're going to head up there right now. We're going to go ahead and try and finish this and get back to safety before either the terror or loss of fuel gets to us. Going to be a little bit tight, but that's okay. I think we're going to be okay. We might even be able to buy fuel there, but I just can't remember if we are able to or not. There are also other smaller ports on the way up there we can go to, but some of them might not be super useful for us, like the Empire of Hands. I have no idea what that even is. I've never been there before in my entire life. That's the current area we're in. We should be able to see it soon, I think. Yes. So I mean, we could stop in there, but I don't know what it does, and we're kind of too low on fuel to really risk that. So we're just going to continue on our way. Also, for some reason, I have little notifications on the bottom of my screen. You guys can't see them because they're not part of the recording field, but kind of irritating. We should be getting pretty close. Our terror is pretty high now. It's at 60. And terror is going to be problematic later on as we get closer and closer to this place, as well as going home. It's not exactly a hard path home from here. It's basically straight east. And by that I mean west. But it's going to be a long way. It's basically the entire Untersee, so that's going to be a bit of a problem. We only have 6 fuel. That's going to be a big problem. But there is the port there. That's the one we needed to go to. This is Irem, or also known as... It has another name, and I can't remember what it is at the moment. It is... well, whatever it's called. Tomb Colonists in Irem. We will wander the stairs for hours. We will forget our scars and our stains. The leaves will be as red as remembered blood. The sea will be black as memory. Irem, Irem, we will not leave. We must leave. We're going to encourage them to purchase parabola linen bandages. They will deck themselves in imagined crimson. They will thank you. When we return to Vanderbite, one will say. When we return, we will be sunset, red and gold. We will always remember you, Captain. You gave us this ending. Here. Lagniapi. So we got 1 bale of parabola linen. Our tour should return to Vanderbite now. We lost 2 terror, and we gained 1 memory of distant shores, which is nice. We can also buy some things there. I kind of want... cost 3 secrets though, that's a lot. Please tell me... oh, we can buy fuel. And supplies. They're expensive, but... I will take it. Our cargo is now officially full, which is kind of crappy. We could sell a Tale of Terror, but we'll get no memory of distant shores for it. In fact, we get nothing really for doing anything here. We could buy lamentable relics for secrets. We can also buy nothing else really. We can buy an Element of Dawn. We could sell an Element of Dawn, sorry, for 25 supplies. Or we can sell a Captivating Treasure for 50 fuel, which is pretty nice, but again, not much we can do about it. This is our current ship, the Invincible 4. I always name my ship something weird like that. Irem. Let's compile a port report. You will record what you have seen. Irem, the pillared city. She will rise from the sea and the ice like dawn. She will be garlanded with red and decked with gold. 7 serpent will watch you longingly from its high pedestal. You will always arrive as a stranger, but when you leave, some part of you will always remain. When you will sit to write the report, you will recall that it was already written. Who wrote it? The report records that it was already written when it was found. Who found it? The report describes another report, which will indicate the name of the finder. Where is the other report? There's a footnote which describes when you will record its location. When will that be? When all is well, and all manner of things is well. We now have a port report for this place. We can't actually do any of this stuff yet. So we don't have when something awaits you. We don't have, yeah, when something awaits us. So Unfortunately, that's not going to be a thing that we can do. I guess we're going to leave. Any officers here? No, we have no gunnery. I wish we had a gunnery officer. One day we will. So we have 10 fuel. Oh, Carlisle Haven, that's the name of the shore. We're actually going to turn really quickly and just outline the island. That will encompass it in our map. So there, now we can see Irem on the map there. We are going to the west, basically straight west. Our terror is doing not awful. We're going to watch because once it hits dark water, it'll increase rapidly, and that's when we'll turn our light on. But for now, oh, there it is. Already started. So we're going to go straight west to that port, and hopefully see what's there. We might be able to pick up another fuel. I probably should have gotten one more fuel and one less supply. Our fuel is going to go down much faster than our supplies will. We're actually doing okay for terror, though, which is nice. We do have quite a few port reports at this point in time. We've gone to a lot of places like Polythreme. I can't remember if we stopped in a Visage. Con Shadow. We should also probably go there again. There's a lot of things we haven't done yet. This is Port Palmerston for Mount Palmerston. I don't think we're going to get fuel here, to be honest, but let's check in. It's sort of on our way, and we can grab a port report at any rate. Our goal, though, in this video is strictly just to get back to Venderbite. There's some creepy music going. Mount Palmerston. We're going to explore the island. The Z opens out beneath a high cliff. We can go into some things. A high place, the Z like a rippled sheet of night green jade, the roof of the neath above bellied with stalactites and prickled with false star. Look out across the water. What are you thinking of? Your past as a soldier, the years before you came to Z, fighting the enemies of the reduced empire, losing good friends in the marshy borderlands of hell. We gained 5 iron for that, damn. In the army you served men too rich to fight and too stupid to leave you alone. Out here, you are the only commander. The ship is your own empire. You've never felt stronger. 5 iron for that. Cool beans. We can dig among the ruins, but that's going to give us some terror, and we're not going to risk that at the moment. We're just going to go. We're going to skirt around the shore here, and we're just going to book it as fast and hard as possible for Venderbite. That's basically dead on to Venderbite, that course we're going right now. It's a long way, though. We also need to go to the Chapel of Lights, I think, for one of our goals. So maybe we'll head over to the Chapel of Lights, and then down. I mean, it doesn't add too much to our distance, and it may help us with story stuff, which is always a good thing. This is also a reminder that tomorrow there's going to be Pillars of Eternity 2 videos. I have it preloaded onto my computer, and I'm going to try and get a couple done before I have to go to a birthday party. There is sort of a confluence of things that have drawn together to keep me from playing Pillars of Eternity 2 tomorrow in good time. So, I think I mentioned it in the previous video, but I'll mention it again just so it's fresh in everyone's mind, as this will be my last video before we start the Pillars of Eternity 2 Let's Play. Tomorrow I have work, and initially I was going to take the day off of work so that I could just go ahead and play Pillars of Eternity 2, but unfortunately a subpoena arrived for me, and now I have to go to court instead. Court sucks. For anyone who's ever been to court, you already know this, but for those of you who haven't been to court, or haven't had to testify, this is sort of how my day is going to go. So at 9 o'clock, well, like 8:45 a.m., I will leave my work and head to the conference center in this city that I live in, because I don't live where the court case is being done, and they didn't want to pay to fly me out, obviously, because it's expensive. Less expensive is booking a conference room for me to sit in by myself. So I'll leave work at 8:45, go to the conference center, and I will be seated in a room with a CCTV for anywhere between 1 and 4 hours, in which case, if they need me to testify, I will testify. If they don't need me to testify, I will literally sit there for 1 to 4 hours and waste my day. I'm not even kidding. That is literally what I will do. It is a whole lot of BS, but it's also the law that you have to do it. Unfortunately, there's a little thing called a subpoena, and if you don't show up on it, the odds aren't great that I would get like a bench warrant for not showing up on my own breach, but there are also chances that I would, and I don't want to risk that. It's kind of hard to cast games from failure to appear charge. So yeah, that's my tomorrow. It's gonna be really unentertaining. And then after I get done court, go back to work, do my work, and leave and get home around 4:30, I'll have a couple of hours to do some videos, basically between 4:30, well about 5 I guess, once I get all settled in and get the game up and running and all of the settings up and running. So 5 to like 6:30 is all the recording time. No, it's not even at 5 to 6 is all the recording time I have, which is gonna suck. And then I have to go to a birthday party, so that is going to be my tomorrow, and it's kind of shitty because all of the things that I have to do tomorrow are things I don't want to do. I just want to go play Pillars of Eternity 2, but apparently people are important or something. Chapel of Lights. We were supposed to... Your sigil-ridden navigator races towards the chapel. This is the place, hark the bell. You give chase. Within, the air is heavy and hushed. Consultation in the chapel. You enter to see your navigator shaking a smiling priest by the collar. It led me here. Tell me what it means. Look at it. Look at it. The priest disentangles himself as politely as possible. I'm sure we can find a path to put you on, my friend. He examines the sigil with the professional air of a collector. But we will need your help in return. We could pay in crew. The priest slips an arm around your shoulders. For you, a lesser payment, he whispers. Post no guards on your ship tonight. Ask no questions, and in the morning, perhaps you'd like to join us for breakfast. A red and white smile. A new destination. The chapel's congregation are soft-footed. No one on board hears them come or go. In the morning, a crewman's bed is empty. You divert your crew's concerns. Later, you take part in a late, warm red breakfast in the church's crypt. When you emerge with the smiling priest, your navigator hurries forward from a pew. The sigil, what does it mean? Who carved it on me? What did I do to deserve it? The smiling priest raises a hand. You are on a journey, my friend. Take one step at a time. I've seen your sigil before, carved in the ice at Frostfound. Go there. You will answer your first question. That will lead you to your next. The navigator's thanks are muted. He plods back to your ship. Before you leave, the smiling priest gives you a wink. So, we lost a crew. Only one crew, actually, and now we get to leave. Unfortunately, the Chapel of Lights doesn't offer much in the way of supplies or fuel, or even terror lowering, because our terror is actually quite high. It's at 70 now. And we're gonna hit the... We could go to Frostfound, but we're not going to go there yet. We're gonna go straight to Venderbite. Uh-oh. The hungry dead. Your cook is outraged. One of the tomb colonists has woken from his coffin to rest and found his way to the stores. When the cook came across him, he had consumed half a wheel of cheese. What the hell was that? And an alarming quantity of sway. Return him to the hold. We lost one supply. Unfortunate. That's okay. He was just a hungry guy. What is that? A Lifeberg. We're gonna kill one of those eventually. We have guns that are capable of doing some pretty decent damage at this point, so we'll let that do its thing. Increasing rapidly, it is. But we're in a light patch. There we go. In the light patches, it's fairly safe to leave your lamp off to some extent, but when you leave them, your lamp has to go back on. Venderbite is so close yet so far. We have 6 fuel remaining. We're well over halfway though. So we're doing okay in terms of fuel conservation, but it is a long way still. A very, very long way. I wish we had a point-to-point teleporter. That would help. When we get to about 4 fuel, we'll be really concerned. Maybe we could go to Frostfound and see if they'll give us supplies. It's not really out of our way, is it? No. This is grim. Why is it always like when we're doing these big quests that we're in like dire straits with huge amounts of terror? Rapidly diminishing fuel. How's our terror doing? Oh, it's rapidly increasing again. Apparently the giant, beautiful Frostfound area is not considered safe. 73% terror is not good either, though. We're gonna let this video go a little longer than the normal 15 minutes. I know that's usually not what we do, but I want to finish this quest, and it's been quite a journey already, so. We're not gonna do the guys quest while we're here. We're just gonna talk to people and see. We'll take tea, and we gain supplies and fuel. Okay, that's perfect. And we lost terror. Everything about that worked really well. Port report is the same as before. And we can try to speak with our Remy contact again. Basically what happened is when we got here, the Remy contact did give us a weird answer. We took it back to the Admiralty. The Admiralty was like, this is stupid. Why? And then we're like, can we do anything else for you? They're like, yeah, just do the thing that you're supposed to do the first time. We failed again. Too bad our mirrors suck. Anyways, we're off. We now have an extra supply and less terror, so we should make it just fine. We have 6 fuel to make it to Venderbite. And once we make it to Venderbite, we'll call it a video. We also have a permission to dive thing. The unsettled salvager has requested a diving suit so that she may descend to find Lady Black, a spirit understood to dwell in the abyssal deeps. You could grant her permission and a diving suit, or allow her to throw herself into the blackest black, or perhaps you can bring her back to London and commit her to Royal Bethlehem Hotel. I mean, it's what she wants. We got outlandish artifacts, cool. You help the salvager don the heavy diving suit. The 2 of you are alone on deck. Your crew has refused to be present. Once dressed, the salvager clanks over the gap in the railing. She stares down into the black before turning to you. She holds her hand over her heart and leaps backward off the deck. An apocyanic spray bursts from the ComZ. Exactly 21 minutes later, the line goes taut. You draw up the line, but there is no one inside the suit you draw up, only ancient axes, and adzes discolored by salt tied to the suit with strands of kelp. So we lost an officer, technically. She's returned to the Z. He is officially gone out of our crew roster. We can take a look. She's not around anymore. She has returned to the darkness, which is fine. That was her choice. If she wants to do that, so be it. We really can't stop her, and we got a whole bunch of artifacts from it, so I'm okay with this whole turn of events. Really what I'm hoping to do is get 2,000 or so, well, a little bit more than 2,000 echoes. I want a bunch of echoes to buy fuel and supplies, and I also want to be able to buy a better engine, a faster engine. Our engine is slow AF, and it's causing us problems. It's taking too long to get to places. We are running out of food and fuel too quickly. Now, this quest that we're on for our engineer, it's not our engineer, our tireless mechanic is the engineer. That will give us a better engine later, and we will be doing his quest. Just not yet. We'll get to it, I promise. Apparently, according to one of the commenters in the earlier video, he has a quest line that leads to the best engine in the game, so that will be really, really nice to get. But we have finally reached Venderbite, and it's time to drop off our tomb colonist friends. I wish we had saved all 12, the reward is much better, but we have 11, and that's pretty. End the tour. What remains? The operator hails you warily. Is this all? What happened to the rest of them? There's 11 of them, that's close enough. The operator ticks the remaining colonists off on our list. Well, close enough, I suppose. Here's your fee. And they seem cheerful enough. Perhaps we won't lose all of them into the moths or to the sanatoria. She leans in. Her breath is scented with mushroom wine. Venderbite is worse than you know. And now you know it. The tour is complete. We can inspire Wanderlust, really? The last tour storyline. This is another tour we can do. Perhaps we'll start that in the next video. But first, we have to go to bed. It's late. It's very late, actually. And I need to get some sleep. What can I buy? A steam yacht. Tell me of the steam yacht. It has a deck gun, an auxiliary something, a bridge and engines. Its hold capacity is 70. How much better is that than ours? But we need a deed to a steam yacht. That's so much hold capacity, I should say. It also weighs a lot more, though. It holds 20 people and gives us huge bonuses. Mirrors, veils, pages, and hearts bonuses. I mean, we would lose our forward gun, which would suck. But that extra 30 hold capacity is amazing. Anyways, I'm going to let you guys go. Like always, if you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below, otherwise I'll see you all next time. And we will be getting some supplies, getting a new engine, and maybe we'll take on the Tomb Colonists for another go. We do have the prerequisite stuff, I think, for sure. Yes. We did the last tour. Yeah, we have Z stories, we have 7 of them, we have Trail of Terrors, we have Memory Distant Shores, we have everything we need to begin that quest. So, next time, take care everyone, and I'll see you all in the next video.